Hello, folks. This is AJ, and it's Saturday, and I've been running around all day, pretty much shooting B-roll footage for a project that I'm doing for my sister's church, and stopped by my church because I forgot that they were actually having a breakfast celebration for caregivers, so I had to tiptoe through that. but pretty much got some exciting stuff that's coming on, and I was going to step into the chapel, the sanctuary, but they're cleaning up right now. What we're going to do, I got permission to actually use kind of like one of these rooms. We have a side little closet, I think fairly big. We were using it for storage in the media booth. You probably seen me go in there a couple of times, but we're going to be turning that into a mini studio for hopefully the idea is to actually do our video announcements live, but then also have a place instead of me bringing all my stuff here and doing whatever type of videos and stuff like that, but to literally set that room up for doing some type of small scale kind of like video production and audio production when we're doing our announcements and other stuff like that. So I'm really excited about that. And the good thing is we're not really adding anything new right now. The main thing I'm going to do is clean out that room, and then I'm going to put some green paint on a wall so that we can have a green screen so I don't have to keep bringing my portable one. And thinking about ultimately putting some soundproofing on the walls or some carpet on the floor so it can absorb the sound and stuff like that. But I'm really excited about that, and just doing little stuff here around the church. Like, I got my drone with me. I was trying to get some B-roll footage for this conference that they're having at my sister's church. So I went to the hotel and to record, and I ended up bumping into the Virginia Professional Photographers Association. So I met some people there, so that's really cool. You just never know what type of people you're gonna meet. And he's actually was a part of the media ministry at his church, and they're still running ProPresenter 5 in some older hardware, and they're kind of like having some issues about wanting to move forward. So hey, connections. So might be having them in a future video. I might be doing some work for them to help them out. We're just going to see where that goes. Just being at the right place at the right time is awesome, and being led, that's always a good thing too. So I'm sitting back thinking what else to get into. I'm actually working on, my computer was actually rendering half of the services for one of the churches that I do media ministry for in the Bahamas. So hopefully by the time I get back, the other half of that will be done. And I stepped a little bit too far. I have no light here. I'm trying to not be blown out, but all of a sudden I guess cloud cover or something, then now can't see. But working on that. And I have another Sunday's worth of stuff I need to do for them. And I have one more announcement that I need to do for our church announcements for tomorrow. So I have a very full day. And on a side note, need to apologize yesterday. We were going to do our first official Q&A with AJ yesterday, but I was live streaming here from my church. And for whatever reason, the audio and everything got knocked out. So some of y'all have seen in the tour that I did, I actually use a Blackmagic Cross HD where we upscale the max output from the original ATEM television studio is 1080i. We bumped that up using that scaler to 1080p at 29.97, something like that. And that's what we use to stream. For whatever reason, after just playing around with everything, once I took that box out of the gear, the stream was working perfectly fine. The audio was stuttering like crazy for some of y'all who actually made it into the live stream. I took that box out, and then everything was working. So as of this Sunday, I'm not using that, and we're going to see what we can do. But what I ended up doing is adding that to our ProPresenter box, because for whatever reason, when you turn on our system, sometimes the connection to the ATEM does not always show up. So since that box is powered, it's always going to show up as a monitor. So hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for when people are trying to, it's better than having to reach behind the computer, unplug the HDMI cable, plug it back in to have it resync. So That's what's going on. And my arm is getting tired right now because I didn't have everything to properly vlog here. So let me get back over here, finish some more video stuff for the church, see if I can holler at my pastor if he's not in this breakfast, and we'll go from there. Maybe I can get some flying in over here, get some more footage here, B-roll footage here for the church I can use in video announcements. All right, so like I said, here is the up-down cross HD here that I took out of circulation that was causing some problems. But as you can see, the system is off, but the other monitor is being detected, which is this up-down cross HD. So I think this actually has solved our issue, and we don't have to reach behind here and unplug anything. So what I'm probably going to do is mount this in a certain way, or maybe possibly leave it there, but I know I had to borrow that yellow HDMI cable. Actually, I mean, it was mine. I just put it in a different place here at the church. So I'm going to get a longer cable and set this up, but I think this solves the issue because, as you can see, everything is off, but the monitor is showing up. So that should make this a lot easier. So let's turn the system on here. And see, nothing has changed, but the monitor is showing up, which is cool. All right, so let me show you here the room I'm talking about, which is this one right here. So as you can see, it's not that big, but the idea is I want to set this up in a way to where we can use this as a little recording studio. This is my original wiring when we ran the connections up to the camera there in the front. So that goes up in the ceiling and it's behind that super huge soffit, if you call it that, just running all the cables up there, and that's where that's coming back from. But the idea is possibly to elongate these cables in a way or something like that, so I can have it run all the way down and then around. I think I have enough clearance. If not, I can add an extension on the other side of this. And actually what I would love to do is terminate this so these plug into that, and a plate with all the key stones for that, then run everything. I'll revisit that, but I just need to find out. I mean, I can't move that vent hood there, but the idea is to, I was originally thinking maybe this would be the back and I would move a table or something like that in this direction so people can look into it, and then the camera would actually be sitting here, right here. I mean, I understand it's Jimmy rigged, but this is how much room we have. I mean, we're thinking this is possibly, I mean, like I said, I'm 5'5", so that's our original video switcher. But thinking the back of this, because it comes in and it shrinks in this direction, so it looks like that farthest wall, if I lay down, that's maybe 5.5 feet to 6 feet wide, and maybe coming into the door it's about maybe 7 feet. So really not that much room. But if we had a camera here, because I don't want to set something right behind the door for somebody to knock over anything, you know, I was thinking if I close this, if I was pushed all the way up against this door like this, that might be too close. This gives me a lot more depth. Still really trying to figure it out. I mean, just have to use what we got. But a lot of this stuff, like I said, I don't really need to use, but we don't use this room. Originally it was for DVD production and CD production, but we really don't use it that much. Our label maker had broke a while ago, the handle that holds down the ink cartridge, but that was about a year ago and no one has requested any type of stuff like that. We always point them to the podcast if they want a audio recording, or the website, YouTube, Vimeo, anything like that if they want video. So I mean, I think that's cool. So like I said, really want to figure out what I'm gonna do in here. The nerdy part of me, I really want to have a unified LED that goes right above this, so I can change the temperature of the lights instead of putting studio lights in. Really not a lot of echo in here that much, but like I said, probably put down a carpet. But this is really just gonna be meant for if somebody wants to be featured in a video, I can just bring the camera in here, put it right here at the door, close it, whatever, and have them standing right over there, back here somewhere, so that it will make it really easy to record them. And then we can repurpose that into whatever type of green screen, anything like that. I'm using the Rode Wireless Go, so they're gonna have good audio, or even the shotgun mic in here, because it's not really that much reverb in here. But I think putting some carpet down and possibly some stuff on these walls and stuff like that would be good. So that is an upcoming project, what I'm really excited about. So I need to get some paint or something like that. And like I said, I can't move that vent, but we wouldn't do a full body here. I can probably get from the waist up if I pull the camera back far enough, but I think that would be cool. So need to plan this out and we'll see what we do with that. All right, I was just sitting back thinking, I'm getting really excited about stuff like this. I forgot we had this extra monitor here. So I could put that monitor up here against the wall, let that be a confidence monitor so people can see what's going on, put their words, anything up here for like a teleprompter or something like that. I think that would be really, really cool. And like I said, just really rethinking how I was going to use this room. So I'm slowly trying to move a lot of this stuff out. Originally, I was going to move this older switcher that we had, which is only SD, over to the chapel, but the setup and with the ATEM Mini and all this other stuff, I mean, that's pointless. And I mean, this used to be like, I think $2,000 or something when they bought that. So even the HD ATEM Television Studio HD is cheaper than this. This just shows you how much technology has changed. Got a whole bunch of box of other stuff. Had the original manuals to everything that I put over here. So really doing a lot of cleanup. As you can see, these are all the labels. I mean, we used to order, I think, 400 to 500 blank DVDs and CDs every year, and we haven't ordered anything in 2 years. That just shows you, if you go and leverage modern technology, it just saves you so much time, helping some of the older folks who are not comfortable, who obviously have a smartphone, and putting them on the podcast, and they can get the service delivered to them automatically, and putting everything online. It just makes stuff so much easier, and it just saves from all this stuff that you don't have to buy anymore. All right, so I am, out of all the stuff that I've been doing, like I told you, I think in the previous video, I normally record every single day, but something ends up happening to where the video is just kind of jacked up or something, so it never makes it into a vlog, which happens to be a continuation today. I was out shooting some B-roll footage for some promos that I was doing for my church as well as my sister's church for a youth convention that's coming up. And when I got back and plugged everything in to pull the footage off of my drone, half of it was there, another file was corrupt. I think I left it in H.265, which I didn't have the codec on my computer to decode. And for whatever reason, Microsoft is trying to charge 99 cents just for your computer to be able to do that, which I think is silly. But oh well, we got all that stuff worked out. Found a free codec to play for media player as well as VLC, so that's cool. I finished up some video work that I did for the church I've been working for with in the Bahamas as well as Colorado. So got a lot of stuff. I actually, I had to watch what I was getting ready to say. I offer media ministry services to a bunch of other churches, friends and other folks that have heard or seen the work that I do at my home church. So that's normally what I do during the week. And I take y'all along with me. I do other projects for my company, but then other people hire me for just main work as well. And so that was a lot of stuff that I did today. So I am back here and I am doing research on what I want to do with the little closet and stuff like that that's in my media booth that I showed y'all about. What is it? LED lights, LED studio lights. Because again, I mean, we're not trying to break the bank. I think I have some lights like this in the garage. I just haven't used them in so long because they're so big. I want to get some LEDs and actually try and hang them from the ceiling to get them up and out of the way, which I think is cool. Like I said, this is all new to me from a studio standpoint. Most of the time I've learned what I've been doing by jimmy rigging all this stuff together and just getting something to work. But really getting to a point where we can actually make some good stuff. So I'm really excited about that. And plus the room is so small, I don't want to fill in a whole lot of gear to where it's going to take up a whole bunch of space. So my thought is to take that other monitor that I have, mount that on the wall there, set a desk, and probably just, that desk is probably fine, and then put 2 chairs in there, put a drape over top of it, maybe have a green screen drape or something like that, I don't know. But now that I think about it, if I'm doing some good lighting, I'm thinking I might actually just hang a drape on that wall, just put hooks on the wall, hang it from right there, because we're not going to be looking at the ceiling. And then yeah, so in other words, I'm just trying to figure that out. So I'm gonna take y'all along with me and let y'all know the status of how all that stuff is going on. Tomorrow, since I'm gonna be at my home church, should be able to do a post-production. So I hadn't done that in a while just because of a lot of things that have been going on. And I might try and do that and make that a hybrid of a Q&A session at the same time. I think I might do that since we had some technical difficulties when I tried to do that at my church, which I still haven't figured out. Hopefully we don't have live streaming issues tomorrow, but I will be at church early enough to test that out. And I think that's about it. So pretty much if you are way more professional than me when it comes to video stuff, and I'm looking for help on how to actually do lighting in there. I know enough to do 3-point lighting and light the green screen so I get no shadows, so I can easily do some chroma keying and stuff like that in video if we're going to be adding stuff. Because again, ideally I want to get to the point where when we do church announcements, I can do it live from that room, which I think would be really cool. I think I'll use my Rode video mic for right now as a shotgun mic in that room, because once I close the door, there's not a lot of echo. That mic will be able to pick up everybody perfectly fine. And I just need some lights. And one of the cameras, I think the Panasonic that we have that's right beside that door, is very easy to just move in there to do the recording. And I'm going to be doing some fixing the jacks and stuff like that so that everything plugs into, they're terminated right there on that wall instead of there being pass-throughs. But anyway, that's what's been going on, and we will be back tomorrow for a live stream. And again, we still have a bunch of projects coming up. We're going to be redoing an entire fellowship hall in Charlottesville. So I am waiting to, actually, now I think about it, I need to go to my P.O. box and see if I got anything there, and then we can start ordering the speakers, the mounts, and all that other fun, cool stuff, and set everything up. So that's going to be really exciting, because this projector that I'm installing is one that my sister's church is looking at getting, as well as I'm trying to convince my church to get to replace the Iki old projectors that are dying in our sanctuary. So that'll be cool to set that up and see what it looks like in the church, and then get a chance, if any of y'all are looking for that, to ask some questions about all those things. So anyway, finally finished the vlog. I'm happy about that. So anyway, guys, we will catch you on the next video. If you like this type of content, I appreciate a like, consider subscribing, and hit that bell the way you get notified when we come out with other videos. to help modernize your media ministry. And I just take you along with me when I do all my media ministry stuff on a day-to-day basis. So this is AJ. We will see you on the next video. Later.